Okay, so he's going to be on a fitness offer. Vic will be the prospect. Tim, you'll be the closer. He's going to do the discovery and the situation section of the call. Okay.
Sure,
All right,
sure.
let's go first.
All right, Vic, how's it going today? You all good?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Fantastic, fantastic. Whereabouts you from? Where you calling from?
I'm from England.
Fantastic. Whereabouts in England?
Just a small town called Grimsby.
Well, I came from South Africa, now based in Dubai. But basically,
All right.
just hopping on the call today, find out a little bit about your situation, see what you're doing to meet your fitness goals, and trying to see if we'd actually be able to work together. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Vic. So just tell me a little bit about you, and tell me what you're doing at the moment to hit those goals.
To hit those goals, nothing really. I've just been in a place where I don't know what to do, so I thought I'll see if I can see what's out there to help me out.
When you say help me out, what do you mean by that?
Okay, let me just
Help.
stop you there.
Um,
Let me just stop you there, boys. Okay. So, at the start of that, you see what you did there, Tim. So you said to him, "Okay, I just want to know what you're doing to hit your goals. What goals? What are we talking about?" So you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You just assuming things. So what you say is, "I'm all right, then, Vic. Just tell me what's your fitness like doing? What are you currently doing? You going to the gym? What's going on? Talk to me. See, you need to find these goals before you say to hit your goals.
All right. Got
Okay.
it. All right. Um. Okay. So what are you actually doing at the moment to hit your fitness goals, Vic?
um, Nothing. Literally nothing. I thought I'll see what's out there and see if there's anyone out there who can help me.
Okay. And when you say help you, what exactly do you mean by that?
Yeah, I want a trainer to get in the best shape I can possibly be within like I don't know like the next year or so, 6 months, just to see where I can get fitness wise.
Okay. Okay. And when you when you say the next 6 months, what makes the next 6 months sort of important to you? Or
Um, I've got a wedding coming up with my current girlfriend, so I'm just lacking confidence to be honest, and I just want to look the best I can in front of everyone who's going to be there, and just we've just been struggling with a few other things recently as well, so I'm just hoping I can just be in the best shape possible for that.
okay, when you say a few other things that you've been struggling with, what do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Um, Not to get like too into it, but we've just been struggling with like intimacy issues recently, and obviously after getting married, we might want to have kids at some point. So I just want to get it all sorted.
Okay, I completely understand where you're coming from. What would that, what would sort of hitting those goals or getting in better shape do for the intimacy part of your life that you're talking about and for the wedding as well, in terms of.
Well, hopefully I can get out a bit more and feel a bit better while at it. But it made me feel great to be honest, especially in front of everyone. It would just make me feel great. It's just so hard at the minute.
All right, all right. What are you finding hard when you say hard? What are you finding the hardest about your current situation?
Just feeling like shit every day. When I wake up, I just don't feel good. When I look at myself in the mirror, I'm just like ashamed. I just hate it. I feel like I'm getting disconnected with a wife. It's just a lot. It's a lot on my plate at the minute.
All right, all right. Completely get that. Completely get. So I know that obviously you've said it would make you feel a lot more confident. You'd feel a lot better going into the wedding, and intimacy would be better. But what would it mean for your wife if you were to get into better shape?
Well, like I just said, feeling a bit disconnected. I hope it would make us a bit more connected, a bit more together. Actually, feel like we're going into a wedding positively rather than just like self-loathing all the time. Just hopefully, she'd feel great, I'd feel great, and we could just make a great experience and a better life in the future. But at the minute, it's just not looking that way.
I get that. I get that. I also used to be a little bit out of shape once upon a time, but obviously getting things back on track, I can definitely empathize with the fact that it helps in a lot of the things that you've spoken about. But let's say we started working and were able to get you to a point where you had the confidence for the wedding, the intimacy got better. Um, how would that change things for you, or how different would that make life for you if we were able to achieve those goals?
Let me just stop you there. I think that's good. What you're doing right now is really good, Tim. What I would really say is now we're taking him to the future. We're pushing him to the future. How things are looking in the future. What we need to do is still make him feel that pain and realize why now. So, like for example, say, okay, what caused you to take action today and book this call? What was the trigger moment? Then he probably will say to you, "Oh, the last time we had sex, I fell down. I fell off the bed." Then you realize in the pain. Now you realize why he's booked the call. When you start saying stuff like this, he's realized, "Oh shit, I booked this call because of this." And then you'll realize he's ready to take action now. This wedding is the big thing he's causing it. So he starts saying things like, "Okay, when's the wedding? What time frame are we working at? We need to find out the time frame we're working at." So make him realize he needs to take action today.
All right, where should I pick up from?
Okay, so what we're trying to do back, I want to just go back to that. We're still in that current situation discovery. Let's still talk about his problems and his pain. Let's get more out of him. I don't feel we've got enough that Vic is going to think, oh shit, this is worth $5,000 right now.
All right, all right. Uh, okay, okay, Vic. What caused you to sort of give us a call today, to take action today and book a call with us?
Um, I've just been struggling, honestly, just been struggling. I feel like I struggle to breathe. I'm just eating so much, and the worse I feel about it, the worse it gets. Like it's just at times now, and with the wedding being in the next 6 months, it's like it's just time to sort myself out.
All right, all right. And then have you or any sort of diet options or anything like that to make yourself feel a bit better, or is it just the training aspect that you're looking at?
Um, I'd like both, to be honest. I'd like sort of a structured program for both.
Okay, okay, Mike. I don't know if I should move on to.
Yeah, I totally get you, bro. Like you feel like you don't know if to move on yet. The thing about you need to ask yourself, have I got enough problems out of this person that when I tell them the cost is $5,000, they're gonna be like, wow, it's worth it because it's gonna solve their problem. So that's where it comes with your judgment. You can't have sex with his partner. The
Yeah,
wedding is 6 months. Find out how much the wedding costs. The wedding's gonna cost them $60,000, okay? And this program could be $5,000. You're gonna realize, shit, this wedding's gonna be saved by $5,000. You get me? So try and
yeah,
find out numbers. Try and find out what he's weighing at now and where he wants to get to. You're able to picture it, okay? What we then do when you found out his problem? Can you hear me, boys?
I
Yeah,
lost.
yeah, yeah,
You hear me?
yeah.
Okay,
I
then
lost
what?
you for a sec.
I lost you for a second there.
Okay, perfect. Sorry. Then whatever I think is the connection. Okay, then what happens now when you feel like you've got that? Then we start moving to the future. How the future looks like. Okay, so let's assume you get the training today. What does it look like? And that's when you start paint the picture. What's it gonna be like when you start fucking your wife well? What are you gonna feel? What's it gonna feel like? Do you know what I mean? That's when we start moving on. So if you feel like you've seen enough, now you can start moving to the future. What the future looks like.
All right, all right. So I feel like we've got the waiting time frame out the way. We got the intimacy. We got the weight loss and everything. So um, yeah, let's move on.
Let's start moving to the future. Let's start painting the picture.
All right, all right, all right, Vic. So let's basically assume that we were able to get all of your problems solved. Hypothetically speaking, you know, you were able to get that intimacy with your wife back. It is good for the wedding. Everything's in order. Testosterone levels are hyped. We are ready to go. What or how different would that be for you, or what sort of effect would that have on your life going forward?
Well, if my testosterone levels, I'd feel like a stallion with my missus. I'd love it. There's nothing more I want than making her feel good. But it's just It's so hard at the minute, but if I can get to that point where I just feel on top of the world, feel like I'm younger and better shape again, I'd love it.
All right, all right. And when you say you'd love it and you know you'd be on top of the world, paint a better picture for me. Um, Tell me like what do you mean by that?
Um, I'd love it because I just feel great. Like as the low, how low I've been feeling at the minute, and how disconnected from my missus I've been feeling. Like to just be on the other side of the scale, and the other side of the feeling, and I just want to feel good. And at the minute, I'm just really not. So the painting of the picture is like from rainy days to sunny days, night and day. Honestly, I just want to feel. I just want to feel good.
Yeah, yeah. We want to go from rainy days to sunny days. I understand completely
Yeah.
what you. So, with that being said, basically, you know, if we were, let's say, hypothetically, to stay sort of where we are, you know, not take action, then the next 6 months leading up to the wedding, what would that sort of, what type of situation would that put you in?
Just the worst situation, like I said, with the missus and I not feeling so disconnected, wedding could potentially even be off. You know, I'd hate that. I do not want that to happen, but the way I've been feeling, it's just not looking great.
All right, all right. And then, so
Um,
would you say you're willing to settle for where you are right now?
no, I'm not willing.
All right, and who would you say is sort of in control to make the decision for you to sort of better yourself going forward?
Yeah, I'm the one in control.
All right.
I think what would be really important right now is because we know there's two people here who are affected by his weight. So when we start saying, okay, what would that mean for your wife as well? How would your wife feel? Find out what his problems are and make him realize that what he's going through is a lot more than $5,000. Because when you do this really, really well, you're not going to get the objection of, I can't afford it. I need to speak to my wife, because he doesn't need to speak to his wife. This is all on him. You with me? Oh, this is what the magic of asking these type of questions is. Let's go.
Okay. Um, so Vic, what sort of or how would I know you said how it'd make you feel? You know, obviously if we had to reach your goals, move forward and take action, but how would make your wife feel if we were to stay in the same sort of position?
It's difficult to say, you know. There's a lot on a plate already at the minute, anyways, and with the wedding, it's just stressful. And me being the way I am at the minute, it's not good. So I don't think she'd feel great about things either. I mean, she's as supportive as she can, but just I don't think she'd feel good about it if I stayed the same place as well.
Okay. And then tell me, did you say you were planning to have kids or did you say you have kids already?
No, I would like to have kids once we're married, but we just hadn't had well, not that we hadn't had the time, we just hadn't got around to it yet, really. We weren't waiting to be married, so a lot's riding on it. To be fair,
Okay. Okay, I completely understand. So would you say that you know, obviously, with all we've said so far, that if we were to go ahead with reaching those goals, that your wife would obviously be completely happy with that, yeah?
yeah,
Okay, so would you say that you're ready to sort of commit to yourself and take action to reaching those goals?
100%. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. And then yeah, I think the next part is the pitch
Okay.
from here.
Let's make him see the consequence of not taking action. The other side today is Vic. Say that you don't want to lose the weight and you don't want to go on and take action today. What would that look for you? And he's gonna say, "Oh, this is what happened. This is what happened." Then go deeper. Okay, I don't mean to put you on the spot here, but are you willing to settle for where you are now? Are you willing to settle for it? He's gonna say, "No, I don't look to settle for it." You're gonna say, "Why not? Why?" So then Vic will start saying, "Oh, I don't need to settle because I won't be able to have kids. I might have issues in the future with my weight. The wedding might go off." Another thing that you've not really found out the price for this wedding. because when we find out the price for the wedding, you will then be able to, I know I've mentioned it before, but it's really, really important to find the cost of not taking action. So the cost of not taking action will cost this wedding going off. Okay, what would that mean for the guests that you've invited? Okay, and how would that make your wife feel if this wedding goes off? This is where we need to start really. This is where you get that next level. Really show him the consequence of inaction. All I'm gonna say now, Tim, do you feel like when you say to him the cost is $5,000, do you think like he's gonna go along? Do you think that you've done well in that discovery section to find that out?
50-50.
50-50. Okay, we're gonna say 50-50. Okay, what do you think you did well there, and what think you could have done improved better?
I think definitely, like you said, a lot more finding out in both sections, the first section and the second section. A lot more probing questions, find out what the, like you said, the cost and everything. Make him feel like what he's going to lose is a lot more than what the 5K is. So yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Okay, that's good, boys. That's good. That's good. Okay, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna discovery section situation. Let's say we're just going to drop some objections on each other. I'll just tell you doing some objections. So let's say you've explained the pitch, you dropped the price. Okay, then let's get into the pro. Let's tell him the cost of everything and Vic just frame some objections, then we'll get into it.
Yeah.
So go on, Tim. Are you going to drop the price?
Okay. So Vic, can we agree that there basically needs to be a few improvements, obviously, for us to reach, XYZ, your fitness goals? Can we agree on that?
Yeah, I can agree. Yeah.
Okay, then with that being said,
Okay, boys. One thing that's not do. Okay. You're saying to him, can we agree to get you to your XYZ fitness goals? What XYZ? This is not a script. This is you having it's like, for example, if you were speaking to your friend and say, okay, bro, we're going to solve all these XYZ problems. It's going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? You know what I mean? This is just you communicating. It's like being in a therapy session, let's say. If your therapist said that, so you're going to fix this XYZ, but you'd be like, what the fuck am I playing you for? So you need to say to him, okay, so are we willing to fix your marriage, not waste a $60,000 wedding? Can we agree that you need to take action and lose weight? You see that? See how it just changes from X, Y, Z now. Now you're making him picture. Now you're making him remember everything we spoke about before the pitch. Then he says, yeah, I agree. Then you drop your price. Let's go. What I want you to do, Tim, just go back to that stage. Why just don't I want you to just say that to him and just get in the moment, get in the role.
okay. Can we agree that there needs to be improvements in order for us to basically achieve those goals that we spoke about? Yeah.
Yeah, we can agree.
All right. So okay, wait. Let me rephrase. Um, can we agree that basically, in order to get your wife, to not waste a, costly wedding, to be able to secure that future of, I want to have these sort of levels of testosterone, like we spoke about, to have kids, to have a good relationship going forward, that we got to make certain improvements. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Okay, perfect. Well, then, with that being said, would it be okay if I explained kind of the service that we offer and, some of the clients we have? And then, I'll drop the price thereafter.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, cool. So then
Okay.
I would explain.
Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear. My fault, I wasn't clear. We've already done the pitch now. What I want you to do now is just, you've done the
Say
pitch.
some objections.
Yeah, then just literally drop your price and Vic's just going to tell you some objections.
All right. Okay, so basically the price is $5,000, Vic.
5,000. It seems a bit high, to be honest. Like, I'm for 6 months with the wedding being 60,000. It's like 5,000 seems a lot.
Okay. Say we were. Oof. That's a tough one, actually, eh?
Mm.
That's tough. So that's a good objection.
Okay. So the wedding is 60K. Is that correct, Vic? Okay. And the cost of what we're offering is $5,000. Okay. Remember what I said to you about the consequence if you take no action, that the wedding's going to be off? It's going to be like, yeah, I remember you said that. Okay. So what would that mean for your wife if you turned around to me and said, I've not lost the weight and the wedding can't carry on? What would that mean for her? Is it during that moment when you tell your wife the wedding's not going on, would you pay $5,000 to put a smile on her face in that moment? You're gonna say yeah. It's gonna say it's gonna you put him in a situation of the wedding's not gonna happen and it's only $5,000. Okay. Then when you made him clear of the situation of when he doesn't take action and he's gonna let his wife be upset, and I'll be like, okay, if your wife gets upset, would you think she'd leave you? Let's say she leaves you, do you think she'd leave you? They'd be like, yeah, I think she would leave. Okay, then money aside now. Would you do this? It's gonna be like, yeah. And that's gonna show you he sees the value. And when he says, then when you go from there, you then say, okay, be transparent with me, Vic. How much do you have available to get started? And it'll be like, okay, he's going to start thinking. What does that mean? Oh, I've got about $2,000 in an American Express. Why are you like doing this? I wouldn't jump into it and say, okay, I can give you $2K now and we can split the payment. I'll just be like, okay, I'll just pretend. I'll be like, okay, let me just see what we can do for you. Just bear with me a moment. Just act like you're literally doing something. You found a solution for them. If we get some on the edge, like, shit, what's going to happen? Can I really do this? Am I going to get sorted? And they'll be like, okay, so what I can do now is I will give you $2,000 now. Then we can do 1,000 next month and split the remaining balance in the next 6 months. Would that be okay? And yeah, it would be that. If he's got that money available, he sees the value. I don't see why he wouldn't go along with it. That's how you approach that. You let him live that moment, feel that moment of looking at his wife's face and letting her down, and ask him, would it be worth $5,000 to not see that happen? Are you with me, boys?
Yeah.
So the discovery and situation section is where it all happens. Like, it doesn't happen from when you start talking about the features, the benefits, showing the client results. He doesn't care what you've done for another person. What he cares about is his own problem. When he said something about losing weight, we need to start talking about numbers, right? Let's get some numbers out of him. Okay, what's your weight now when you last went on the scale? Okay, I'm 100 kg. Okay, and let's say in the next 6 months, where would you like to be? Let's just think. I would like to be at 70 kg. Okay, that's 30 kg. Now we start thinking, is losing 30 kg in 6 months worth $5,000 to save a wedding? Yeah. Are you with me? The only time that it will come to a situation where they say, oh, I can't afford it, is if they've just been lying to you or wasting your time during the call, which is very unlikely. Are you with me, boys?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. But that was really good, boys. Any question over here?
No, I'm pretty happy with that.
This will be recorded, so I'll send it over to you so you can learn from the recordings as well.
Nice one, mate.
All right. See you later, boys. Well done, boys.
See
All
you
right.
soon. Thank you.